Paul and I are on our way up, and for our last trip of the year, November 1st, and yes, we are greeted by snow on the Fernberg Trail, which is fitting for Paul and I, as when we did our ice out trip this spring in May, on our way out, it snowed. On it was May 18th, it snowed on us on the whole paddle out. Well, not the whole paddle out, but yeah, plenty of snow. Not plenty of snow, but some snow on a day that we're not supposed to have any precipitation. So yeah, way to start the trip. It'll be gone by 10, hopefully. And we made it down, see the lake behind me, Lake 1 entry point. Oh, we'll fill out permit and get everything, all canoe and all our gear unloaded and head out. We saw one truck in the parking lot and it was covered in snow. I mean, there's not even much snow on the ground, but so I'm guessing we won't see anybody on the lake today, which is fine. And yeah, we're gonna start loading stuff and get on the water. It'll be a good day. And everything's unloaded, and we're getting ready. I just gotta go park the truck, and yeah, we got nice calm conditions, but it is cold. My fingers are cold already. We'll warm up a little bit on the paddle in. Probably got an hour or less paddle in, but yeah, go park the truck and we'll get out of here. Yeah, it'll be a good trip. Just a quick overnight, and we're off. I don't know. I got the camera going right now. 9:29. The last I saw on the thermometer when I parked the truck was 33 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is Celsius, but like 1 or it's, you know, 0 and 32 are the same. But yeah, we're paddling out. Both of us have managed to keep dry feet in our muck boots so far. We didn't go over the top, and yeah, we're heading to the main part of Lake 1. We gotta go through those narrows up here, and yeah, there we go. Paul's looking around for something. He's spitting. At least it's not snowing like it was earlier. So yeah, we'll check back in a little bit later. And we're coming through a narrow area here. On our way to our campsite. I think I had on my last trip video in this area when I was out with Vincent, I did take a video of the narrows here, and I talked about the water lines coming through. You can see how low the water has been the last couple of years. So we're not terribly far from our campsite right now. Probably another 10-15 minutes is it. We did get a little bit of snow back in the last narrows by right by the Boundary Waters boundary by the Queechee Lodge. We had some snow spitting down. Not terribly warm, but so far we managed to keep dry feet, dry hands, and yeah, we'll process a bunch of firewood when we get out, and try to stay warm. Paul's in a tent on this trip, and then I'm in a hammock with my 40-degree underquilt. And I did bring, I don't know exactly what it's rated to, but it's a negative rated bag. So for in the hammock, and the wind is supposed to start picking up. Right now it's just like glass out here. So nice paddle in. Haven't heard a peep. There's one other car in a parking lot. That was it. And they didn't have a canoe rack on, so I don't know if they just took it off when they canoed in, or if they're not canoeing, they're out hiking somewhere. I don't know. But guessing we won't see anybody else. So other than that, Paul, you got anything to add?
Not at this moment.
Paul has nothing to add. Besides his fingers are cold.
My fingers hurt. Yeah? Your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty. And that's it for now. We'll check back in as we make our approach to the campsite. We got to make a button hook back to the northeast up here when we get out of this narrows, and yeah, we'll call her good then. I think one of us will set up our sleeping arrangement. Paul set up his tent, and I'll go get wood, and then we'll flip-flop while I'm setting up my hammock and tarp and everything. He'll go get wood, and then we'll process it all and probably have a fire. And we didn't bring a water filter on this one because if it freezes overnight, it'll crack and be broken. So we're gonna be boiling any drinking water or cooking water or anything we need. We're going to be boiling, which is fine. It's what we do all winter anyway. So when we come out camping out here. So that's it for right now, and we'll check back in either right before we get to camp or once we're in camp. Unloaded the canoe, and we took a walk around the side. Lots of firewood here. Good spot for Paul's tent. Nice spot for my hammock. And Paul's getting a fire going right now because it's nippy out. My feet are pretty cold. Hands are cold. Feet are still dry, but they're cold. So he's got a fire going. Haul everything up and get set up. That's it. So I got my stuff set up now. Paul's got the fire going. He was kind of tending to the fire while I set my stuff up, and then we can flip-flop. But we're burning, it's all spruce, it's all jack pine, balsam, so it burns hot and fast and doesn't really leave any coals. So you kind of got to tend to it, and we got to process a bunch of wood. There was some left here, so we just split some of it up, and Paul got the fire going. because it's still spitting a little bit of snow every now and then, just real small. I mean, it's not really snowing, but there's some moisture in the air and it's turning into snow right now. I'm sure you cannot see it on the camera, but it's happening. It's warm enough now though, even the stuff that was on the stumps and the logs and stuff when we got here, that's gone already. So, but I think Paul's gonna go set up here pretty quick, and we'll probably get something to eat. Maybe some hot liquids going. I gotta get some water boiling. Like I said, we didn't bring our filter because if it freezes, it'll crack and there'll be garbage after that. So we're just gonna boil water. I brought a couple pots in the kettle and can boil water over fire. I brought my MSR Whisper Light as well. Can boil water on that because that thing excels at boiling water. It's what it was made to do. Yeah, that's all we got for now, and we'll check in later. Paul, you got anything?
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Yes. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's definitely snowing out now. Again, I mean, it's getting hard to see, not hard to see, but the other side of the lake, it's coming down pretty good. You can see on Paul's jacket, hat, face. It's coming down. We got some firewood we're working on, and but yeah, it's starting to snow more than for a day that was supposed to have 0 precipitation. It's coming down. And I forgot a jacket. I had a little light puffer I was gonna bring with, and had it hanging on the stool at my house. And then I said, well, get in the truck, time to go. And walked right out in my sweater, and I got a pretty good thermal that I'll put on under this. But yeah, I forgot like a protective layer. So that was dumb. And Paul won't, he's got like 9 jackets he won't share. I don't know why. And so we got a decent stack of wood going. We got some more to cut and split. Paul's heading down right now to fill up our water, so we can get some water on the boil. Yeah, it's a sizable campsite. Canoes down over here. We landed over there. There's this nice point. I camped here a little over a year ago, last fall of 24. Me and my friend Marcus, and he fished off of this point quite a bit. I didn't catch anything, but it was also unseasonably hot. It was September and it was like 80 degrees. But yeah, Paul's filling up the water so we can get it on the boil. Snow has stopped for a little bit, but yeah, nice calm day. Wind is supposed to get really bad tomorrow, so hopefully we get out before it gets really, really bad. That's all for now. We got to get some food on. It's a little after 12, I think, so getting pretty hungry. And yeah, then I'm gonna push Paul in, and before I do, I'm gonna take his jacket. Because, like I said, foolishly forgot my little puffer jacket. I mean, I'm not gonna get cold because I have fleece-lined pants with me, and I got thermals with me, and just, I cannot believe I walked out the door, and I got 20-25 minutes away from my house going over to Paul to pick him up, and I realized, like, oh, I forgot my jacket. Yeah, I was like, you know what? Not turning around to get it. We're on the road, so I could have turned around and got it, but I chose not to because it wasn't supposed to snow today, but it did. So the weatherman said it was supposed to snow a little bit last night, and it didn't, but it sure did today. Yeah, we got just a beautiful day out right now. This is nice. It's nice camping weather, it really is. No bugs. It is a little chilly, but no bugs. Water's not horribly cold yet. I mean, it was colder when Paul and I were out early this spring, though. Ice had only been off maybe a week and a half when we got out, so water was really cold. But I mean, I'm sure it's not terribly warm, but it's not that cold. So, all right, that's it for now.
Get the water on the boil. Paul's got it. There he goes.
19 minutes.
Now we got some summer sausages, beef summer sausages cooking on, heating up over the fire. Boiled that kettle already. We got water boiling there. Get our water ready, and we're gonna have something to eat. I flip those and throw some cheese on them and call it good. The wind started picking up a little bit, and that kind of sucked. That is round 2 of the summer sausage. That is, the first one had Gouda cheese, summer sausage, beef summer sausage and Gouda, and Paul chose Havarti for the second one. I think we're gonna muck that down. She's done. We got Mr. Beaver out there. He's dragging a stick, if you can really tell in the video, but that's the only reason he hasn't dove and slapped his tail at us. So he's dragging that stick. It must be a beaver dam down the way he's headed. Or not a beaver dam, but a beaver lodge, whatever, because there's no flowing water down there. So, yeah, there he goes. He's probably surprised to see us as we were to see him. So, hopefully we get it on the first throw. Doesn't usually happen that way, but we'll see. Happened on the first try. Got it on the first try, Paul.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You got that one right on the head.
And we'll just leave it down here till we're ready to hang our food bag after we eat dinner and before we go to bed or whatever. I usually put all my, obviously put all my food in there. I have a big like 60-liter dry bag. I put my food bag in there, which is in a dry bag. And then I put all my camp kitchen stuff, my fry pan, anything that has food in it, food smells, toothpaste, suntan lotion, which we don't have, sunscreen or anything out here for this trip, but you want to put that in there too. So, yeah, that's it. I'll tie this off, and then yeah, we're done until after we eat dinner. What we got here is some everything bagel Parmesan crisps and spicy Gouda cheese, our little backcountry charcuterie. And we're eating a lot of cheese. And I mean, that plate is nothing but cheese with Parmesan crisps and Gouda, spicy Gouda. I think Paul said it best when he said, yeah, we'll neither one of us gonna poop for a week after this trip. We're eating a lot of cheese and like smoked cured meats, but yeah, it's not warming up at all. So we're keeping the fire going. Don't go into your toe. And we got the sausages on now. Our dinner finally. Cheesy porchetta sausages from Forboni's. Suck those down, and Paul's got a nice cup of hot tea going. Second one or third one, and is it getting any warmer, Paul Luch?
Nope.
Still got his life jacket on. That's his signature move when it's cold out. It always stays on. It says it always stays on. Yeah, it's starting to, yeah, about 5:30 or so, and starting to get a little dark. Oh, the time changes tonight.
So what's that mean?
At 2 a.m. It's daylight savings tonight.
So it's gonna be dark here even longer.
Beep. Yeah. So when we wake up at 7, it's actually gonna be
8,
6.
6.
Well, it would have been 8 normally, but yeah. So there we go. I forgot about that. That's tonight, or 2 in the morning, tomorrow morning. So yeah, got to turn the sausages, and we're gonna munch on them. Yeah, we got the kettle going again. Dinner's done. I don't know. It's getting cold. It's probably mid-30s Fahrenheit. boiling some more water for some more tea, some hot drinks. Dinner's done. Still nice and calm, but that wind is supposed to pick up at some point. The beaver's been back and forth and back and forth the rest of the day. The beaver we shot earlier, so he's been a busy beaver. He had a branch or a log every time he's come by. But yeah, that's where we're going. We're just enjoying our fire, ripping through our firewood. And we cut and split quite a bit, but we've had a fire going since about, oh, I don't know. What do you say, Paul? What time did we get here? 10:30?
10:30.
10:30. We've had a fire going ever since then. So that's the pile we got left, and I don't know. I think there's some more around here we could cut and split if we wanted to, or just go crawl in the bag for a long night, or go get some more firewood on headlamps. But I really don't want to do that either. So that's it for right now. It's yeah, it is a nice night. I hope that wind stays that big. And so here we are. That's 9 o'clock. We're both sniffling a lot, sucking in a lot of smoke. We got a south wind blowing.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
There you go. And the fire pit faces south, so we're trying to stay warm a little bit, keep our feet warm, and burn a bunch of our last splits. We cut a ton of firewood today, but we're almost out. And yeah, good times. I think we'll be hitting the rack here sooner rather than later, and so we don't burn every last piece of wood before we go to bed. Yeah, that's it for probably for tonight, and we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It is windy out. I don't know what time it started last night, early this morning. I don't know, it was about, I don't know, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, something. I heard it, and then I felt my tarp blowing against me, whipping against me. Felt a few drafts I had in my sleeping bag and kind of readjusted because it's not really warm out. And but this is the winds. I just checked. I was able to pull a weather update, and they're worse than forecasted. They're looking at gusts over 40 miles an hour, which, I mean, we're not going to pack up and get out of here anytime soon, and the winds are supposed to just get worse through the day and not die off till later this evening, tonight. So we'll have to take a hard look at conditions before we actually pack up and break everything down. It's not the time of year you want to be screwing around in really windy weather out on the lake, and while the water's not terribly cold. I mean, it's cold. I don't know what the water temps are, I have no idea, but the air temp is it's in the 30s, and with wind right now, the wind chill's got it down in the 20s. So the last thing you want to do is get on a lake that's white capping and dump your canoe and have to try to get to shore and warm up. And you know, every year, not every year, but it's not uncommon to see that or hear about that happening once or twice a year, especially in the springtime. The water is really cold, and succumb to hypothermia pretty quick in that water. And you know, if you can get out and get a fire going, great, but well, you'll really lose the ability to use these quickly. So we'll have to take a hard look
at the lake, you know, about around the time we want to start getting out of here. Because we got plenty of food for at least a couple more nights. Well, I generally pack too much food, and today was, or this one little overnight was no exception to that. Plenty of food to and coffee and tea and everything to get us through another night if we have to. Just better safe than sorry, like they say. Not going to get out on the. We're not going to make a foolish decision and say, oh yeah, we can probably make it. Paul and I have been in some hinky spots, mostly out here on canoe trips, mostly involving wind. And some of them just blew up while you're in the middle of a large lake, and you're forced to deal with it. But we're not in the middle of a lake right now. We're in camp, and we can make the decision to stay or go. So we'll have to talk about that. Daylight savings happened last night. We're both just hanging out. He's in his tent. I'm sure he's awake. I'm laying in the hammock. I'm gonna go take a look at the lake here pretty quick. But I'm comfy in my bag. I don't want to get out. It's not warm. But yeah, I'll check back in when and if we make a decision to stay or go. It's not supposed to. I don't know what that was. It's not supposed to get any less windy anytime soon. So we'll see. We'll see what we do.
Well, we made a decision. We're foolishly going to go for it. The wind report changed a little bit. It's going to peak soon, and it's not really going to taper off. It's the gusts. The sustained are under 20 in the teens, and that's okay. It's the gusts that are gusting up towards 40 plus miles an hour. That's the hinky part, but it's still not really white capping. You might catch one every now and then, but we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna put the camera away when we start, just to get out of this bay. This bay you see behind me, we got to get out of there, and the wind's gonna be not right in our face, but pretty much right in our face, which is better than hitting broadside. But then we got a button hook out of here, and that's the hinky part, when we got to turn sideways to those waves, and then it'll be to our back. Then we get into some narrow spots where the wind shouldn't be an issue at all. But yeah, we packed up lickety split really quick, just stuffed everything, didn't fold nothing, just stuffed everything, because we want to get on the water and get out of here. Otherwise we're gonna be stuck here till tomorrow. This is probably stupid. We're gonna hug the shoreline. If we don't, it's both of us going in, and it's not like I can recover Paul and he could recover me, because we're both going in.
Happy Sunday, everyone. It's gonna be an adventure for the next 10 minutes, maybe 20.
Yeah, there you go. It's gonna take us a hot minute. I mean, I can see where we gotta go, and it's not that far away, maybe 600 meters. But it's gonna take us 10, 15, 20 minutes to get out there just with this wind. So camera's going away. We're gonna load up and get the hell out of here. Check back in once we get in some calmer water. So we made it, and it wasn't terribly bad. It was some hard paddling, but it wasn't ever really dangerous, because there wasn't any rollers or whitecaps. So we made it. Now we're kind of in a calmer, narrow spot that's gonna opens back up here into the far north bay of this lake. We'll have to check it out, what it's looking like before we push out it. But it's probably going to be to our back. So like we came, once we turned, we made a hard turn, button hook back into this channel, and we were all but flying down because it was to our back. And I think that's pretty much what it's going to be up here. So more to come. So I gotta get paddling, because we're rapidly approaching the mouth of this channel. And we're off and loaded up, ready to go. Got the canoe on. We're all packed up, changed our shoes, got out of our wellies and put our dry shoes back on, and we're done. That's the last trip for the season. That's it. Me and Paul, I don't know what the combo with him and we've been in some pretty hinky spots with wind over the years, and It only seems to happen when it's him and I. So, but we got off safe and sound. And it wasn't terrible for the most part. The first 15-20 minutes were the worst. But yeah, so that's it for the paddling season, for the soft water season. And I don't know, stay tuned. We'll get some videos out in the near future for winter stuff. Because it did start snowing again today while we were paddling. We'll get some winter stuff put out, maybe some gear prep videos and whatnot. So stay tuned to the Arrowhead Explorer channel. All right, we'll see you next time.